What the heck is Clubhouse? In today's video, we're going to break down exactly what this new social media craze that is Clubhouse is, how can you use it, and if you're someone that's a real estate agent, broker, or team in 2021, it's going to be a massive resource to help you grow and scale quicker than you ever have before. And also, if you stay towards the end, I have some special invites that I might be able to send your way as well, so stay tuned. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Aaron here from the Real Estate Marketing Guys. And what the heck is Clubhouse? You might have seen, if you're a part of other Facebook groups or things like that, you might have seen people talking about this brand new app called Clubhouse. And like I said in the intro, I'm going to talk about what exactly is it, why you should use it, why should you be interested. Maybe it's not for you, but hopefully at the end of this video, you'll learn exactly. And we'll go over 4 different parts. Number 1, what is Clubhouse in general? Number 2, more of the technical side, how you can use the app specifically. Number 3, just some tips and tricks of how you can get the best out of Clubhouse and your time on the app. And then number 4, my overall thoughts and what I think and how I'm going to be spending my time on Clubhouse in 2021. So with that being said, guys, if you're brand new to the channel, my name is Aaron, obviously from the Real Estate Marketing Guys. I'm also revamped real estate, helping real estate agents, brokers, and teams building up their YouTube following and also running YouTube ads to generate in-market buyers and sellers for their real estate business. So with all that stuff out of the way, it's kind of messy in here today, but this camera over here is to record down on my phone so I can show you guys the app. So first of all, let's get into point number 1, which is what is Clubhouse. So obviously we're going to jump in. I'm going to show you guys what exactly it looks like, how to navigate the platform, the user, the UI and things like that. But the easiest way that I can explain it is interactive podcast. And I know that might sound a little bit confusing, but think of it as if you were to go to listen to a podcast, but be able to talk to the person that is the podcast host, which is a really interesting experience. And the cool part in which you might have seen screenshots. And if you're on this video, you've probably searched how do I get more invites and how do I get on the app? I think the allure behind it is because it's so exclusive, there's a lot of bigger names on there. So, I was in a room the other day with Grant Cardone, with Ty Lopez, with a lot of these really, really big, well-known marketing people. And it was really cool to be able to, ask them questions that you wouldn't really be able to ask unless you were in a private mastermind that people, I know for Grant Cardone, he charges, tens of thousands of dollars to be mentored by him. And when you can actually go into the room, you can raise your hand, you can ask a question. It can be something that people are literally have and will continue to spend tens of thousands of dollars to be mentored by. And to be honest, I kind of debated making this video for this channel because I was like, well, can real estate agents really use it? And is it super helpful? Well, I actually got into a room with 5 or 6 of the top producing real estate agents, brokers, and teams in the entire country and got to ask them questions. These are 8, 9, 10-figure producers that unless you're either on their team or, on their downline in EXP, and if you're not paying them a considerable amount of money, then it's kind of hard to get into the same room. There's, the old saying of you never want to be the smartest person in the room. There's never been even a close chance that I've been the smartest person in any of these rooms because again, these are all people that are in a position where I want to be. Now, of course, I can sit here all day long and talk about the app, but I want to go ahead and move over to the phone and show you guys exactly how to use it and what the UI looks like and things like that. So what the actual app looks like, now be careful, there's a couple other scam Clubhouse apps out there. I think there's a purple and a blue logo. Don't download that one. The one at least of recording this video in December of 2020, this is what the app looks like. So it's this picture of this musician. I'm not exactly sure why they used that as the logo, but I think it's almost like a temporary thing. So that's what it looks like. And this is pretty much what the app looks like when you first download. Now, when you first download the app and you're not following anybody, you won't actually see these different, what they're called the rooms on here. Now, this position in the app itself is apparently called the hallway. So they're using hallways, clubs, rooms is kind of the the verbiage that they're using. But my biggest tip just when you're first starting out is to go out, search different people that you might think are beneficial to follow, and just follow as many people as you can. Now, on other apps and things like that, it's almost notorious that you want to have a bunch of followers and you don't want to be following anybody, so it looks like you're a celebrity. That is almost the complete opposite on here, because if you're not following more people, you won't be able to see all the rooms that I'm able to see on here. I think I'm following 500, 600 people or something like that, and I have 100 or 200 followers, but it just allows you to have access to so many of these other rooms. So before we jump into really what those things are on there, just know that once I click one of these cards, it allows me to go in and see what they're actually talking about. So As I scroll through here at the top left, if you want to try to find people to follow, that's how you find that. You can go ahead and search up here. You can search keywords. You can search specific people. So let's say I wanted to find Grant Cardone. I should all be following him. He's right here, so I already have him followed. And then, of course, let's say I just wanted to do real estate. I can just click that in here, and I can scroll through all the people that have that within their name. So whether it's their name, the keywords in their profile, whatever it may be. So that's how you find and go find your people. So by the way, if you want to follow me, we go live basically every single day talking about how to grow on YouTube, how to grow with social media. Aaron Martinez, or at Aaron Martinez is my name over here on Clubhouse. So with that being said, we go ahead and go back. Other things on here at the top right here, what you'll see is different invites. So you can actually invite other people that you want to bring onto the app, which is really cool. I have 3 invites, so make sure to stay to the end, and I'm going to actually be able to give that out to somebody on here. Right here, if we click this little button, this little schedule looking button, what it does is you can see what people are actually scheduling. So these are different rooms that people are putting out there. They're scheduling for other people to watch. And the cool part in here too is when you actually schedule these out, whether you're doing it yourself or somebody else is doing it, you can actually go through and let's say Think Tank. I want to see what they're doing. They are scheduled for later on today, so at 2 p.m. today. And what I can do is click this little notification bell, and it'll follow the people, or we can click that, and at the bottom we can either share that invite, we can tweet it out, we can copy the link, or my favorite part is you can actually add it to your calendar, and it will open up your actual calendar for that day, and it'll make a calendar invite for yourself, which I think is super, super powerful that they that they have it directly integrated with your calendar app. I think it's super cool. And then, of course, if you want to schedule your own room, you can do that here, putting your event name, putting the time, co-host if you want to add those, and then you can actually go down here and write the description of what you would be talking about in that room. So that's that part of it. And then, of course, you have your notifications, just like everyone else does. You have your notifications on here. And then when other people join the app, you can actually let people in by giving them specific invite. But of course, you can scroll through just like any other notifications. You can see that people are notifying you when someone follows you, when they ping you into a room, whatever it may be. So outside of that, that's the general UI. And then, of course, at the bottom, you have start a room. So if I click that, I can start a room that's open, social, or closed. I won't go too much into those, but obviously you can go in and play around with those. And then at the bottom right, you can it showcases everyone that is on your friends list, and you can see, where they are. So any clubs that you're a part of, we'll talk about that later on. And then also anybody else that you're following, you can see what rooms they're in. And then also you can invite them to a personal room where you can almost have like a one-on-one chat. You guys can start a room and talk whatever, about whatever you wanted to talk about. And then with that as well, if you just scroll down through here, let's just say Katya, right? Like I love everything that she does. If I click her name, I can do a couple things. I can start a closed room with her, right? A locked room. I can join the room that they're listening in, right? So join the room that they're actually listening in or speaking in. And then of course I can view their entire profile. Now, while I'm on here as well, it's notable to say that there's a couple things you can do here. Obviously you click those 3 dots, you can block them or report an instant, which I won't. And then there's actually this little bell icon that you can set notifications. So every single time they do something, sometimes, and then never ever, which is an interesting verbiage to use. And then over here on the right side, you can go ahead and see, based on what they do and like the keywords they use in their profile, who would be other people that they recommend to follow based on that person's profile as well. So that's pretty much it there. And then you can do the exact same thing by just swiping over to the right, that you can bring back to here. So let's talk about the rooms, because I think this is the most notable feature. All the other ones are just general UI things. But as I'm scrolling down here, this is building $1 million plus funnels over and over, right? That's a super interesting topic for me because I'm a marketer. So what I'm going to do, I'm putting the volume down because it gets kind of loud sometimes, is when I click into it, what is going to happen, and I'll go ahead and put the audio up. So basically, they're literally having a conversation of people that are in this room. So the cool part about this too is what I can do here is I can scroll through, I can pull down to refresh, and you can see different things. But as I scroll down here, there's a couple different sections. You have the speaker section, or like the speaker/panel section. You have the people that the speakers are following, and then you have people that are listening in, which are also the ones that are speaking in the panel. So with that being said, on this one specifically, if I'm scrolling down here, all these people that are here at the top, it just means that they're speaking, right? So they can click at the bottom right of their screen or at the bottom right, and they can unmute themselves, right? They can unmute and they can talk freely in this conversation. So in here, we have people like Adrian Morrison. Who else in here? We have Kevin David, we have Peng Joon, we have Dan Henry, Ty Lopez is in here. There's a ton of like super influential people, which is why this is such a powerful app, at least in my opinion. And then of course down here you have this other section. You can see that says followed. Let me see. It says followed by the speakers, and then you can continue to scroll down, and then you can see that these are just people that are listening to the room. So I can do a couple things when I'm on here. At the top, where are we at? So at the top of the room, I can see if I click this little button, it usually comes up with a description. Doesn't look like they have a description for this room, but it can be up there. At the top right here, I can look at the rules. So this is just the rules of the club, if you will. So kind of like Fight Club. That's almost like exactly how this app is. You can't really talk about it, but I mean, everyone is talking about it. So I guess maybe that's not completely the case. And then down here at the bottom panel is what you can pretty much do. So you can either leave quietly, which is kind of cool. It doesn't really notify everyone that you're leaving or anyone that you're leaving, anything like that. And then down here, you can click this little plus button, which basically this just means this is your ping button is what it's called. So I can go through here, and anyone with the green dot, I can click their name and I can pretty much just invite them into the conversation. So for example, I can invite Judy Fox. She's been pinged. She gets a notification that says, hey, Aaron thinks that you'll get some value out of this conversation. So I ping her in. Then as I scroll down here, you can see there's some of these people that haven't been super active, so 17 minutes ago, and then other people that I can still ping them in, but they won't necessarily get the notification to join in there. So those would be those parts of it. And then what I can do as well is I could raise my hand down here at the bottom right. What that's going to do is it notifies the moderators of the actual chat room itself, and they can either unmute me or they can add me to the speaker panel, or they don't have to. But when you do get added to the speaker panel, you then get more controls to talk freely and things like that. So that's pretty much the main piece of like exactly how to use it. And let me just show you guys really quickly what I mean and the types of controls that you can get. Okay, so let's try to start a room. So I'm going to click start a room. And again, you have the open, you have the social, and you have the closed. So if I wanted to add a specific topic, I can say, hey, this is what we're talking about, blah, 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 basically naming the room. But I'm just going to click open. I'm going to click let's go. So start a new room. Are you sure you want to leave? So I'm going to leave the current room that I'm in. I'm going to click yes. And then now we have this room where we are by ourselves. So we might have some people jump in because people might get notified that I started a room by myself. But over here at the bottom right, you have a couple things, right? You can click this little button here. You can allow people to raise their hand or not. At the bottom right as well, you can ping other people, same as before. But we can also have this little mic button. So when I click that, I mute myself. And then when I unclick it, I unmute myself, obviously. So one thing that I would keep in mind when people do start to come in here, you can actually click on their name and you can invite people up to talk with you, or if somebody raises their hand or something like that, then it gives you the notification that says, hey, John Smith wants to talk. Do you want to unmute them? You can click unmute, and then of course you invite them into your room. So this video is getting a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I wanted to make sure that I give you guys all the resources that you need to actually see success. So I wanted to touch on two other things really quickly. One is just some best practices of what to do and make sure that you do when you do come into the app. So the first thing being right over here is optimizing your profile. Extremely important, really on any other app. But the reason it's most important here is because when you're sitting in other rooms and you're listening to people chat, you're listening to people talk, there's a really good chance that people, when they get bored or they're whatever it is, they want to click through and see who else is speaking or is actually listening to the conversation. So when they click on your conversation, let's say you're in a room with your ideal client or someone you want to interact with or whatever it may be, if they click your specific name, they can look at your profile, and it's extremely important that you have it optimized to showcase what exactly you do. So whether you're a marketing person, whether you're a real estate agent, maybe you are a real estate coach and you're looking to recruit, right? I think this is a really amazing app for you, and there's a lot of opportunities to be able to take advantage as long as your profile is optimized and you're making yourself searchable, right? So number one would just optimize your profile, make sure, and I'll probably do some other videos of exactly how to do that. And then down here at the very bottom, making sure to connect your Instagram as well as your Twitter, because the cool part, at least one of the cool parts that I see the app having, is there's no like DM features and there's no actual texting. So it really is just strongly emphasized on being able to connect with people, right? Being able to connect with them via voice. So let's say somebody doesn't want to reach out to you. All they have to do is click your Instagram name. It goes directly to your Instagram. And I've been getting a ton of people reaching out, a ton of followers, a ton of like engagement on my Instagram posts, because people hear me talking in rooms and they're like, hey, this guy's kind of okay. I'm going to go check out his Instagram, see what he has over there. And then it allows them to connect with you more on that side of things. Now, one thing that I would just caution you guys on right now, this app is extremely addicting. There's been so many times that I've had like fear of missing out and fear of missing the conversation because it's just such good information. But to make sure that you stay focused, when you're on your main screen, if you come here at the top right with the settings, you can go to this frequency, and this is how frequent you get notifications. So you can go all the way up to very frequent. You literally get notified every single time someone does something, and then all the way down to very infrequent. So you'll maybe only get specific, people that are going live, or very infrequent, as it says, very infrequent notifications for the app. Because trust me, I've had it on normal, and I get like 50 notifications like an hour pretty much, and it does get kind of overwhelming at points. So make sure to, if you're someone that gets distracted easily, make sure you do limit yourself as much as you can. So the last thing that I wanted to touch on in today's video is just how I'm going to be using the app in 2021, and some of the like strategies that I've found that have been working really well to connect with people that I want to connect with and I want to speak to more on a one-to-one level. So really the first thing that I would say is go to as many rooms as possible and follow as many of these influential people as possible. And then also when people are speaking in these rooms, click on their profile, go to their profile and follow them, right? It's really going to help you out when you're following as many people, of course, that fit exactly what type of content that you want, because you're going to get fed more and more and more of the content that is going to be, again, along the lines of what you're trying to do with your business and your brand and your real estate business or whatever it may be. And then also like ask questions and asking questions based on the topic, asking questions to the people specifically in the group. If the person, you've been following them for a while and you have a specific question about something, right? Asking them questions is extremely, extremely important. And the cool part is when they bring you up to be a speaker, let's say somebody else has a question, right? And you think that you can provide some value on exactly what that is. If those people are your ideal client, you'll be able to answer the question of someone that is looking for an answer. And once you answer their question, there's that law of reciprocity, right? You answer their question, they feel grateful. They're like, well, I might as well follow this person because, they helped me out. And then that domino effect of, oh, well, they see you in another room and they see you in a third room and a fourth room. And after they hear you talk 5, 10, 15 times on these apps and answering questions of exactly what they're looking for, it just brings them down the rabbit hole of, oh, well, maybe I need to find this guy on Instagram, or maybe I need to find this gal on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter or TikTok. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just being able to build that top of mind awareness with some of these people that could be potentially your ideal client. Hey, what's up guys? Aaron here, popping in really quickly. So after creating the original video yesterday, there was a couple advancements that I found out that I can actually give out more invites than I originally thought. So 3 to 4 step process here. Step number 1 is going to be to follow me on Instagram, Aaron_real estate. I'll leave it down somewhere in the description. No, this isn't to get more followers. I just need a way to get in contact with you so we can kind of organize this whole thing. So again, follow me over there on Instagram. Step number 2 is going to be to DM me your phone number. Now, or you can DM me your phone number or email. I found that it works better with a phone number. Now, I promise you I'm not gonna spam you. I'm not even gonna text you. I just need that to save into my phone so that when you do create an account, I can send you the invite. So step number 2, DM me your phone number. Step number 3, once I get that, once I add your phone number into my phone, I'll send you a message that says done, and then you need to just go and download the Clubhouse app. Most of the time what happens is when you do create that account, because you're in my contact list, Clubhouse will send me a notification that says, hey, John Smith or Sally Sue wants to join Clubhouse. Do you want to let them in? And then I can click let in. I think we showed it a little bit earlier in this video, and that's how we can do it. So with all that being said, again, 4 quick steps. Number 1, add me on Instagram, Aaron_real estate. Number 2, DM me your phone number or email. Again, works better with your phone number. 3, I'll go ahead and add you to my contact list. I'll send you done. And then 4, create the account, and then I'll be able to let you in. So with that being said, guys, that does it for the video. So of course, guys, if this did help you out in any way, shape, or form, make sure to click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell right next to that to get notified every single time we upload a brand new video here on the Real Estate Marketing Guys channel about all social media. We'll probably start to post more videos about Clubhouse if you guys want it, if it's something that people need help with, which I don't really find any other videos about Clubhouse. So I'll be able to make more consistent content around that. So again, also like the video and leave a comment. Did this help you out at all? Are you on Clubhouse? Are you waiting for an invite? And leave some of your ats down below, your handles over on Clubhouse. We can have like a little follow train going on as well. So with that being said, guys, my name is Aaron from the Real Estate Marketing Guys, as well as Revamped Real Estate. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll see you on the next video.